Why does the bathroom smell like McDonald's Sprite? Matthew, what are you looking at?
Granny's peach tea!
I'm just gonna leave you alone now.
Hello there, and welcome back to Retsnobs. Now, usually, I love superhero films. But this film... Oh, God, just show the poster!
The first superhero film I ever saw was Superman starring Christopher Reeve. To this day, it's one of my all-time favorite superhero films, second only to Spider-Man. Man of Steel, however, is not. It's not a bad film, it's certainly one of the better DCEU films. I even saw it in theaters, rushing through my Regents exams to see it. But nowadays, it's not really my cup of tea. This film, however, is a different story. I saw this film in theaters too, and I even enjoyed it. I didn't think it was great, but I didn't hate it. Let's see how I feel now.
In the dream, they took me to the light.
Disaster strikes in the middle of Metropolis. Bruce Wayne watches from below as Superman and General Zod fight. In the midst of the fight, a building collapses on Wayne Enterprises employee Wallace Keith, breaking his legs. 18 months later, some kryptonite was found in the Indian Ocean. Meanwhile, in Nairobi, Africa, reporter Lois Lane is taken to the compound of the local general. But during her interview, a CIA tracking beacon is discovered, and the undercover CIA agent is shot. Lois is held captive by the general as the people at the compound are slaughtered. As Lois is held at gunpoint, Superman comes in and saves her. Trouble is, Superman is being blamed for the slaughter of a nearby village, gaining the attention of Senator June Finch. Meanwhile, in Gotham, Batman is looking for someone called the White Portuguese. Oh, and he's branding criminals. Back in Metropolis, Lex Luthor wants the kryptonite so he can create a super weapon that's able to go up against Superman. All he needs is an import license. And remember Wallace from earlier? Well, he wrote False God with spray paint on a Superman statue. We cut back to Lex Luthor, who gets access to a crashed Kryptonian ship, the body of General Zod, and presumably the import license. We return to Gotham where Bruce successfully clones a phone. Now we're at Luthor Manor, where we learn that Senator Finch has blocked Lex's import license. In Bruce Wayne's lakeside house, Bruce reveals that every call from the Russian's phone all lead to Lex Luthor. But he won't have to break in, since he's been invited to a party at LexCorp. It's at this party where Bruce finally meets Clark. Also, Wonder Woman is there. Question is, what the hell is going on? How many plot lines are there? How many of them have I missed? I'll never forget when Ben Affleck was cast as Batman. For some reason, everyone started complaining. To all those people, I have to ask, are you fucking serious? Ben Affleck's Batman is one of the best parts of this godforsaken movie. His Batman is brooding and dark, and his Bruce Wayne can be suave.
Smutsa, smutsa, последний. 3 nights with a Bolshoi ballerina, that line was all she taught me.
Not all, I'm sure.
Thought the bathroom was down here. I must have... That last martini was too many, I think.
Well, pretty girl, bad habit. Don't quote me, all right?
20 years in Gotham, Alfred. We've seen what promises are worth.
Tell me. Do you bleed? Well, here I am. Breathe it in. That's fear. You're not brave.
Break the bad news.
I'd rather do the breaking in person.
Yes, his Batman kills people. But so did Michael Keaton's Batman. Jeremy Irons as Alfred Pennyworth is equally as good. particularly his quick wit, though I'm sure this is due to him being played by Jeremy Irons.
You're getting slow in your old age, Alfred.
Comes to us all, Master Wayne. Even you got too old to die young. I hope the next generation of Waynes won't inherit an empty wine cellar. Not that there's likely to be a next generation. Go upstairs and socialize. Some young lady from Metropolis will make you honest. In your dreams, Alfred.
But just as important as a good Batman, we also need a good Superman. Luckily, Henry Cavill is fantastic as both Clark Kent and Superman. He's able to pull off being both timid Clark Kent and invincible Superman.
Hey, I was gonna cook. Surprise you. This bat vigilante has been consistently targeting the port and the adjacent projects and tenements, and as far as I can tell, the cops are actually helping him.
Clark Kent, Daily Planet.
Oh, my foundation has already issued a statement in support of books.
Sir?
Next time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead.
Standing right there and I didn't see it.
Clark, there are people behind this.
I'm afraid I didn't see it because I wasn't looking.
The problem of absolute virtue.
I'll take you in without breaking you, which is more than you deserve.
Amy Adams is also great as Lois Lane. She's a tremendous reporter who is more than a damsel in distress.
It's called a bullet. You shoot people with them.
Recovered from the scene of the firefight in the desert. Not sold anywhere commercially in the world, even black market. All right. Is the U.S. providing experimental military arms to rebels in Africa? Run it. Lucer engineered the desert. It was an ambush for Superman. Trust your reporter. Think Watergate. That farmer's dream is all some people have. It's all that gives them hope. I've proven what you've done.
Oh, you're feisty.
You're psychotic.
Senator June Finch is also an excellent character. That is in part due to the performance by Holly Hunter. She's a no-nonsense senator who can't be easily pushed around.
Can I call you June?
You can call me whatever you like. Take a weapon of assassination and call it deterrence. You won't pull a fly on me.
Hi there, this is Matt. While editing the video, I just want to make a quick note. Lawrence Fishburne is fantastic as Perry White. He is in fact my favorite version of Perry White. He has some of the funniest lines in the whole film.
Oh, watch yourself over there in Gotham. Don't let them take your lunch money. Crime wave in Gotham. Other breaking news. Water. Wet. Kent! Where does he go? Where does he go, Jenny?
I don't know.
Clicks his heels 3 times, goes back to Kansas, I suppose.
The film's action is amazing. The kryptonite chase scene and the big fight between Batman and Superman are impressive. But the fight scene with Batman in the docks in particular is a sight to behold. Both the fight choreography and the cinematography really help this scene stand out. This scene truly shows how brutal Ben Affleck's Batman can be. The Metropolis scene at the beginning of this film is remarkable. After seeing it mostly from Superman's point of view in Man of Steel, it was a good idea to show it from the perspective of someone on the ground. It also does a good job of establishing Bruce Wayne as a character and giving us an early taste of Ben Affleck in the part. What can I say about Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor? No, seriously, what can I say about him? Is his performance really terrible? I certainly thought so when I first saw the film in theaters, but over the years I've asked myself why. I don't think it's Jesse's delivery, that's pretty solid.
What does a rock have to do with Homeland Security?
Homeland Security? No, ma'am. Planetary security. We concluded the mineral could be weaponized if a large enough sample was found. And then, among the fishes, a whale!
You went inside his body.
Okay. This was his room. I kept it just the same. Maybe one day Dad'll come back if I just keep everything the same. You should out to harbor more often, though. I'd love to show you my labs. Maybe we could partner on something. My R&D is up to all sorts of no good. Unfortunately, that will blow away. Like sand in the desert.
You're psychotic.
That is a 3-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds. Well, the mother of a flying demon must be a witch. The punishment for witches, what is that? That's right, death by fire. And now God bends to my will.
You know what maybe? It's those stupid little noises he keeps making. But even then, I don't hate his performance like I used to. Much like Andrew Garfield, Jesse Eisenberg is a fantastic actor. His performance as Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network, despite not being like the real man, is one of the best performances in a biopic I've ever seen. Even in this film, he's not completely terrible. But you know what is terrible? Killing Superman. Counting this film, Henry Cavill's version of Superman has appeared in a total of 2 films. That's right, 2 films at this point, which basically meant 2 whole thirds of the DCEU. Henry Cavill's performance may be great, but he barely has any screen time in this film. Then the film ends with him getting killed by this film's version of Doomsday, who is also killed. This feels weak in my opinion because it was an easy out. They either should have waited or not done it at all. This next point only applies to the theatrical edition. It's a bit of a mess. This is due to the way this version was edited down to fit 2.5 hours. Like, there are many important plot elements that just aren't included in the theatrical edition. Sometimes it's worth losing a couple screenings in order to release a film that makes sense. If you really needed to cut something, I would say cut the scene where Thomas and Martha Wayne die for the millionth time, but I feel like it was included so it could be referenced later.
Why did you say that name? Martha, why did you say that name?
The Martha scene is stupid. Or is it? I'm serious. Is it really as stupid as everyone thinks it is? On the surface, yes, it is. Batman's about to kill Superman, but he stops because he says the name Martha. But of course, that's not why he doesn't kill Superman. It's the fact that Batman realizes he's not killing an alien. He's killing someone's son. It suddenly hits him how his brutal methods go against what he believes. He tosses his kryptonite spear as a symbolic way to abandon his brutal methods. Let's talk about the undercover CIA agent that was killed in the compound. In the theatrical edition, he's nameless. But in the Ultimate Edition, his name is Jimmy Olsen. I know that's technically a code name, but of all the ways to use that name, why give it to a disposable character? I've heard it was done because they didn't have room for him, but they wanted to have fun with him. How is murdering a beloved character fun? That would be like killing John Connor in a Terminator film. When I find the individuals who approve this, to paraphrase Elvis Presley, I will break your goddamn necks and rip your tongues out. I'm surprised that I don't completely hate this film. Ben Affleck is fantastic as Bruce Wayne and Batman. So is Jeremy Irons as Alfred. Both Henry Cavill and Amy Adams are also great, and Holly Hunter does well as Senator Finch. Don't forget the incredible action and the opening Metropolis scene. But Lex Luthor, while not terrible, is still my least favorite version. Killing Superman was a stupid idea, and the theatrical edition's editing leaves out major plot points. Is this film terrible? Ultimately, yes. Now, there are worse films.
You don't want no beef? You don't want no beef?
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you.
What, we some kind of suicide squad?
But this film is mostly disappointing.
Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.
Matthew? You haven't told me why the bathroom smells like McDonald's Sprite.
I'll tell you later.
Huh?
Shark tail.
Now snap your fin right on the... Snap it! You're not snapping it!
Oscar! Oh, hey, don't sweat it, Sykes. A lot of white fish can't do it.